Want you to know. Hi, everybody. We're here. We were having a pre-podcast talk, but now I'm learning things. Hello, this is BowlingJD of the Red Leaf Retrocast. Everyone clap.
Yay, JD. That's me.
It was sleepy because he was up apparently watching Stardom last night. Which,
Some of it, yeah.
I don't know if everyone knows what Stardom is, but I guess we'll start there and then maybe introduce yourself. I don't know. We got into
Sure. I have a feeling there's going to be some wrestling talk.
Oh, we already started, but I want to know more.
So Stardom is the top women's promotion in Japan.
Yes.
They make like $1.2 million a month. They've increased.
That's a lot.
It's like 5 times. Yeah. They're big. They got bought out a couple of years ago before the pandemic by the same company that owns New Japan. Well,
that's right.
The point is, they're trying new things.
Right.
They're growing, and they're doing everything they can to gain an audience. Well, one of them was this genius move called Stardom and Showcase.
Mm-hmm.
And even fans were like, I don't know what that is. They said it's going to be a separate entity from the main Stardom shows.
Right.
So I've been comparing it because now they have 3. They have like a development show, the main one, and now this one. So it's like, okay, so you got WCW Nitro, you got Thunder, and Saturday Night.
I never got what Thunder was, but I also wasn't watching at the time.
Thunder was a show where all the young guys went, and it wasn't canon, essentially.
Okay.
Because WCW was dumb.
That they are. So, fair.
Well, the other description is that the showcase is going to be like all wacky gimmick matches and light shows, and it's this whole thing, different vibe presentation. I interpret it all as they're going to do like a few shows, see what sticks, and then they'll start incorporating that. I was like, okay, it makes sense. Keep it separate so you don't chase off your audience.
Yes.
So the show was at 3 a.m, and one of these matches is really getting a lot of attention online.
Yes.
Because let's see, they had a coffin match in the main event, and this coffin was massive, comically big.
Okay. And the coffin for I always think big beefy guys when I think coffin matches though.
No, tiny Japanese women.
Obviously, the Undertaker's greatest threat. Tiny, small Japanese women.
Yeah.
So who won?
There was an I Quit match. There was a Falls Count Anywhere match. Well, the one that's getting the buzz is called the Cosmic Angels Rules match. You're like, what is that? And Stardom was very adamant to saying, we'll tell you the rules at the pay-per-view.
Great.
Okay. Well, it was put on by 2 women that used to be models of sorts before their wrestling days. And then they had a third person who was also a former actress, or at least trying to be. It was like a 3-way. And immediately your mind should start getting dirty from here.
Because it's Japan?
No, because when you say 3-way, you go, oh.
Yes, because I am a 12-year-old child, so yes, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, the story of the match was put out online where the 2 models were doing a bikini shoot with beer, promoting alcohol.
Okay.
And one of them was hogging the camera, and they start going, your boobs are in the way. But mine are better. You wish you had knockers like me and that kind of shit. And they start fighting and grabbing each other. It's straight out of late 90s Attitude Era, Russo, that nonsense, right?
Great.
So it's we'll have a Cosmic Angels Rules match. And then this third person's also there. And she put on the persona what am I doing here? She was frowny face the whole time. And the ref has a box in the ring. It's cardboard, and there's strings hanging out of it. Okay, grab the string, and then he'll reveals it, and whatever the string is attached to, you get what's in the box. Well, big ass, awesome, comical super soakers were in the box.
Of course they were, because it's a Japanese ladies wrestling match.
Well, this one anyways.
Well, yeah. This is almost as weird as the San Francisco 49ers match, which makes no sense anyway.
Sure, yeah. Or, coal miners on a glove match, those on a pole matches with Viagra, all these wacky things that wrestling comes up with that are so anyways, like I said, they're trying new things. See what sticks, what doesn't. This one is just so out there. Oh, by the way, these women wrestlers have bikinis on, but they have like fancy white t-shirts over it all.
Okay.
Does any of this sound familiar?
Sounds like Attitude Era bullshit.
Yes, exactly.
I'm hoping
most of these matches were put on by the wrestlers and their ideas, and they're seeing what works.
I mean, it'll captivate an audience.
It'll get something. And so they have super soakers, white t-shirts, bikinis on underneath, and it's also a wrestling match.
Yeah, there might be wrestling involved at some point in there.
So I will admit there are moments where I was laughing hysterically.
Right.
Because it's just so absurd at times. Like when one of them came over and the ref's counting to pin and she just super soakers the ref and he like gets out of the ring and she's still shooting at him. I laughed at that.
I mean, that is an effective tactic to get somebody to stop counting a pin, yes.
Yeah. So. They have the super soakers. They like look at each other. They have it like they have like real guns and they're like looking at each other around the ring and they're slow and they're like, I'll shoot. No, you shoot. That kind of shit.
If wrestling's fake, explain this, please. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's exactly that. And then over the course of the match, you know, their t-shirts get wet. They're ripping the shirts off.
Family-friendly entertainment. PG.
Very. Oh, it is definitely not PG.
Oh, come on now.
Very, very sexual. And one of them, the one with the biggest breasts, if you will, embraced showing it, and she was very much so she's like flaunting for the camera, and then the one girl that like shot the ref with the super soaker, she just comes over and boots her in the face real hard while the camera, so you just see a foot come out of nowhere and she flies into her.
This is the most chaotic. This is one match.
This is just one match. Yeah,
this is the most chaotic description of a match I've ever heard in my life, by the way.
Yeah, it's wild. And the match, you'd never guess how it ends. But guess anyways.
I'm going to guess as somebody's pinning, the super soaker gets shot into the mouth of the person either being pinned or pinned, and whatever happens ends up reversing the decision.
That sounds funny.
Did I guess it?
I do like your imagination.
I actually thought I was on pretty well. Please tell me I was right.
No.
Oh.
The one with the biggest breast loses her top.
Of course. I didn't think of that. Right.
A towel goes on her, and they deem it a no contest.
Okay, Eva Marie, that's some bullshit. Like,
she runs down and up the ramp with a towel on, and yeah,
this is chaos. This is one match.
Yeah.
Great, love. Okay.
So I'm so glad that this promotion I really love and recommend to people decided to do this, and I'm sure it will not go viral online.
Yeah, no, there's probably a GIF I see of that. There's going to be a lot of wrestling today, by the way, because there's big wrestling news.
I mean, I can, let's see here. I'm going to...
Are you going to find me a GIF that's going to get me canceled?
No, hold on.
Don't get me
You're going to love this. You're going to love this. I'm going to tag it. Let's see here.
Is it something I can put on the screen? Because that's the more I'm worried about.
Oh, yeah. It's like nothing is...
Japanese porn, censored, pixelated, everything.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Great. I don't need to be canceled first.
And they're...
There's something. The internet broke. Don't break internet.
Yeah, it's fine. My computer does that sometimes now.
That's concerning. You should probably get that looked at.
Nah, come on. It's fine.
Fair point.
Let's see here.
If this is, I mean, even through all of this, to segue into what we were saying before, this still sounds less chaotic than the last month of WWE land. Just a little bit.
WWE as I share these wacky
gifts.
Wacky gifts.
I
haven't even seen all the matches yet. Apparently, there's a big hardcore match with ladders and shit involved and light tubes, maybe.
For Japanese women's promotion, that would be cool.
This is all on the same show. I'm looking at I'm looking at a clip right now where there's 20 cinder blocks on a woman's stomach.
What the fuck is going on in Stardom?
There's a board with a bunch of forks sticking out of it?
Are there Legos? Because Legos, as I've learned, are the most devastating thing. There better be Legos, in fact.
There's a big you know what? Okay. So
I get everything. In WWE land, the mogul that is Vince McMahon.
Chat, and then you can.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
So there's that one.
So Vince McMahon retired, which is I don't have a whole lot because I learned about this last night and I was still like processing whether or not it was real. But man, actually, you know what? I was streaming yesterday and it broke, and people were like, "Dude, Vince McMahon retired." I'm like, "No, he didn't. No, he didn't." And then like 3 people came and like, "Vince," I'm like, "Nope, he's definitely still there." But the reactions online seem to be the opposite, and Vince is gone. I can only imagine he's having a nice moral retirement that has nothing to do with the I want to say thousands, that's not right, but like many sexual misconduct things against him. Is this gonna, how do I mute this? I don't want it to play like audio on me.
All right, so here's one moment from the bikini match.
Oh, good. All right, let me see if I can get this out. So yeah, that was pretty much what's been going on. This media could not be played. There it is. Okay, I found it. I'm trying to get it to like. This media cannot be. What the fuck?
I mean, you can just click on it and go to Twitter. That would work too.
That, you know what? That's a way smarter idea. Thank you. It's just listen. I don't Discord very well. I'm not good at this. This is TV. I'm on it. We're doing real time producing. Okay. I'm an adult. I'm not getting canceled. It's not muting. What? Oh, look. Well, she's patriotic for America. That's nice, I guess.
Of course.
And she gets kicked in the fucking head. Jesus Christ. Stardom, what is going on over there? But it's not. So,
look. They got almost 1,000 people to the show.
I mean, if it works, it works. What else is going on here? Let me see this one, too.
I was hoping that this show would kind of bomb, to be honest.
Why? I thought you were like the big Stardom guy.
Yeah, but this show was like bad.
Oh, well, all right.
From what I could tell.
Let me get this 7 second. Oh, okay. Well, if you just, she just looks mildly uncomfortable. Or I thought she was stuck in a water wingy thing. Wrestling is real, guys. Okay. So yeah, wrestling is real. But yeah, so Vince McMahon gone. Which I personally am happy about because that company needs a whole turnaround.
Yeah. But now Stephanie's in charge.
She invented women. We wouldn't even have Stardom.
She's worse.
I've heard she's
worse.
I've heard she's pretty popular backstage.
It doesn't matter if she doesn't know how to make content.
Well, she doesn't know how to make content. I can't help her there. But
yeah, because Bruce Pritchard is now involved, and he's like terrible.
Yeah. Well, but he's the yes man to Vince. I've heard. So like.
Yeah, so, lots of phone calls will be done.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still going to be a chain of things. It all broke last night. I'm still, like, processing it. I'm hoping for a magic turnaround one day so I can actually watch.
Well, they're framing it as in he's old, he's retired, it's time, while we all know that the Wall Street Journal articles came out, and then the more information comes out. Look, he's a sexual predator, he's a piece of shit, he's hid murder investigations, he's covered up steroid the steroid distribution. Like yes. This has been going on for 40 years of this just horrible human being.
Absolutely. So. And
Stephanie comes out on SmackDown last night going, "Thank you, Vince. Thank you."
Yeah, that's some PR bullshit. And hello, Chase, you walk in at the right time. Chase is a big anti-Vince boy, as we all should be.
We all should be. I mean, he's horrible. He's essentially ruined like what made pro wrestling popular, and it's declined popularity ever since.
I would say it's like a full circle, like made it popular and then it's come around to make it.
No, he made it nationalized for one company.
But like in a way, it made it popular
in the territories.
Right. Okay.
And then he got rid of the territories because he went national. No one could keep up with them. Mm-hmm. So now it's this just conglomerate and monopoly essentially of the industry.
You just had to be born rich. That's the only thing you had to do.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
Didn't think about that one. And actually, since we're so out of order and Chase says he's now a fan of you, why don't you actually introduce yourself? We've gotten so...
Oh, JD, bowling.
We're all over the...
have podcasts, wrestling, anime, video games. We'd play video games, Kevin.
I did play video
together for many years.
I did.
Part of it.
I know, life is chaotic, and honestly, I just everywhere...
Just on an episode like a month ago.
It was a month ago already.
Yeah.
Time's a flat circle. So that without getting into your thing, I'm doing another like pro jiu-jitsu match. I guess. Oh, they pay you. Does that consider me a pro? And just this whole month has been like getting ready for that. Time is a flat circle now.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know what else is going on, but how is the podcast? Multiple, by the way. So.
Well, I mean, it's one cast, but 3
branches
thrown together. Yeah.
A brand split, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling it a brand split.
The brand split, yeah. But I mean, it's all different hosts.
Yes.
All over the world. It's kind of fun.
Different GMs, right? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm on all of them, but.
Well, you are. I was gonna call you the Vince McMahon of your podcast.
Don't you dare.
You are the Tony Khan.
I do not touch women inappropriately. Thank you.
Without consent. That is the
right. That part. That part's very important.
I have played many games, but what games have you guys been playing lately? We'll start with you because I got like a fucking shotgun approach here.
Well, the episode that we just did, we did over Gizmos and Gadgets and Half-Life.
Oh, wait, where is that? My PS2 games are far. I played the PS2 version of that. How did you like it?
We actually just stuck with the PC because it was all about
playing it properly.
Yeah, well,
play it that way.
We come up with a theme, and then we just kind of pick 2 games at this point that's related to the theme. As we've gone on and on and on, we figured we can still do like the same amount of time and just dedicate more time to a couple games rather than quickly go through like 5 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
But the next episode was my pick. I'm picking, I guess I'll just reveal it here, is I picked Castlevania Lament of Innocence.
Which one is
and
that?
Hitman Contracts.
I've done Contract. Contracts is good.
Contracts is dark. Holy shit.
It is. So when I wanted to play Contracts, I started streaming it on PS2. And I have an HDMI adapter for my PS2. Because playing it through like this little pass-through box, I was like, wow, I can't see anything in this game. So I tried streaming it with the HDMI adapter, dark as fuck. Now it's dark but smoother. It got so bad that somebody was so nice enough to gift the HD versions of those games to play on the Series S, and holy shit. I don't know how we played PS2 back in the day.
A lot of games are dark, but yeah, you could turn up the brightness on your television or in the game if that's an option.
I forgot to share my TV screen with you, but I do have Lament of Innocence gameplay up for everybody. The E3 2003 trailer. So there's that. So this is the sister game to Curse of Darkness.
Correct. And the theme is it better?
Oh, is it better than Curse of Darkness? This looks like
right.
Wait, is that? Oh fuck! I wish you could see my screen now, but I have to redo the whole layout.
Because we've done Curse of Darkness, an episode you were on.
Yes.
I'm fast. And then Hitman Contracts, is it better than Silent Assassin?
Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you because I want people to see you to see what I'm seeing, and I want to get the names right. You can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Is that Okada?
I'm into it.
Is that Okada?
Sure looks like him, doesn't it?
It does look like him. So I've gotten this there. I got the screen for everybody. So Curse of Darkness was like, I don't want to say it was like a 3D Symphony of the Night, but it definitely had that map layout setup going on. And I liked it. So I've never tried this one, but it looks very similar.
It plays a lot smoother, is my first impression.
Okay.
There is a whip mechanic to it that's wacky.
Yeah. Because Curse of Darkness had like swords and stuff.
Yeah, so this has the whip again, and there's a platforming mechanic with the whip you got to use.
Oh, that actually sounds cool.
It sounds cool, but it's not executed like perfectly, so you end up missing a lot of these like key jumps and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Do you have a preview rating for it or no?
No, I still got to play more. Okay. I got another week to continue doing it. I've been actually way more into Hitman Contracts.
Yeah, I do love the Hitman games. They're very good. I would give them like an A grade if I was me.
Sure, yeah, they're all made super well, and they just keep getting better in time, and they just know the formula of how to make those Hitman games.
I've done the reboot recently of the first reboot. It's so weird to play them now because I was like, they're on Game Pass. So like, do I download Hitman 3 and then you get the maps and like, but they have all 3 on there. But then if you open it, it opens to Hitman 3. It's a very weird setup, by the way.
Right.
But I
haven't played
really
Hitman
good.
3 yet. I just beat the newest Hitman 2, a few weeks ago.
It's on my list. Yeah.
Besides that, I've been mostly playing all these. So Square you remember Octopath Traveler? Very fun.
I do. I almost beat the whole game.
Almost.
I got through Primrose's story and I didn't give a shit about anybody else's. I just like that game was so close.
Story.
It is the best story, and that game would have been good if all those 8 people had any reason to be together other than you going that way. All right, cool. Like,
going that way.
Yeah, I feel like the stories really needed some work.
I mean, that was our biggest criticism of Octopath Travelers. We wish there was more interconnection with the stories. There's like a couple quips that they throw in there, but anyways, so Square's making a lot of games like out of that engine.
Love it.
There's like Triangle Strategy that came out. I've been playing that halfway through that game. That's a new one from this year. The story's finally picked up, and I'm like halfway through. The gameplay mechanic for a strategy game, it's a lot like Shining Force.
Yep.
Really.
I need to get it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'd probably wait till it goes down in price a little bit.
Well, I'm supposed to be getting it sent to me, but Aaron's been slacking, so...
Triangle Strategy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Eventually.
The gameplay is more about trying to flank and get behind your enemies on that little map. Each character has, their special abilities that you can manipulate along a map. I think my biggest critique right now of that aspect is I kind of wish that the maps were more made so you can utilize certain characters on these maps.
Let me see if I hate the name of that game, by the way, too. Triangle Strategy. Ugh. Trying to see if I'm bringing it up so I can see what you're looking at. Because I've heard it's very Final Fantasy Tactics-ish. But...
I would compare it closer to Shining Force, and it's very dialogue heavy, but everything's voice acted, so you can just like hit play and then sit back.
Okay, I'm fine with dialogue as long as it's going somewhere.
Oh yeah, like it's definitely a moving dialogue to the story. Everything has a purpose. There's 3. It's Triangle Strategy because it's 3 kingdoms trying to strategize their position in the world. Yeah, more than like the actual tactics of the game. But the whole premise is there's a whole kingdom that owns like salt, and they say that's the biggest like mineral you can and resource you can own, and they're a very religious oriented like dictatorship kind of situation.
Okay.
Then you have a farmland country, and then you have a mining country, essentially. And the mining one is like the biggest warmongering one, and it's been like X amount of years of peace. A mine like opened up kind of in between all of the nations, essentially. So they all have this like joint effort, and it kind of hints right away that there's a fuck ton of salt in there. And then there's a Game of Thrones aspect to it all. And you're a this is a bridge. This is a bridge scene we're looking at here, where you have to go open the gate, get to the other side, eliminate the enemies on the other side that pop up, and you have to be quick enough so enemies that will come from behind you on that screen
will not kill you.
Yeah.
I really love the look of this HD 2D stuff, man. This is...
Yeah, so I'm really into the style
really
that Square's put out with this engine. And there's another game that came out yesterday.
I need this one too. Yep.
Called Live Alive. It's like a remake of something from '94 that was never translated.
It was a Super Famicom RPG.
Right.
I remember seeing it all the time at the game store I used to work at. And it looks real good. But I for some reason, I always think it's an anime, and it's not, apparently.
So it's like I knew like next to nothing about this Famicom game.
Yes.
And so okay, so what we're looking at
boss
here,
fight? There's a giant lady. It was somebody's review.
Live Alive is it's a conglomeration of all these different characters. So there's like 7 of them, and they all have they're all from like different time periods / cultures.
Yes.
Okay. So one's from like China. This one we're looking at here is from Japan, and he wants to be the best fighter in the world. And it's a playoff of all these like RPG tropes, of different games, of that era. So I picked the first story I went into.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the guy who wants to be the best fighter, and it's literally there's like 7 characters you have to go through, like, and it's set up and presented just like Street Fighter.
Oh, so it's a whole gameplay shift?
Yeah, they're all gameplay shifts.
Oh, that's actually kind of interesting.
It looks like it still uses the same
I want that guy.
Tactic to it all.
What? I want this little shit. That guy with the hat, the little white snowball. Who's he?
I think he's an old man that you can choose. Like these I don't know how all these characters will come together at one point because they're all from different time periods and whatnot. But the point is, I chose like that Street Fighter route in Story 1 where you face like Sagat and all them.
Mm-hmm.
There's one character named Max Morgan. He's straight up Hulk Hogan.
I hope he's in this review. Whatever's going on. There's a Super Saiyan. Okay.
I mean, it's just making fun of Dragon Ball. It's making fun of. There's like a whole Chrono Cross ripoff section. It's all in here. It's just super wacky, and it's got that Square engine for the 2.5 3D type presentation to it all.
I like this.
Fully voice acted. It looks phenomenal. The concept of depth with all the art is done really well.
I love this look. Yeah. There's another game that I've been keeping my eye on that has this like look to it, but I don't think it's made by Square. It's called like Fire Girl or something.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen that.
I've not.
Well, I'll get it up while you finish your thought. Hold on.
But yeah, I thought I was only going to play like the first 30 minutes or so. I ended up playing like just over an hour. I completed that whole section right away because I was so engrossed with it, especially when the first character I came across I was like, this looks a lot like Hulk Hogan. He's from America. He's the top entertainer of his time, but time has passed.
And he won't let it
click
go.
on him, he just goes, "We're gonna have ourselves a fight, brother." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yep, they're gonna do that.
They didn't even hide it.
No, Chaz says,
and then his signature moves.
It's an arm drop, please.
Like it's literally in a wrestling ring, and his signature moves was the Max Bomber.
Of course. Okay, good. I hope he does. I was hoping he did like an arm chop or something, like just chops on the throat, like kind of like the worm, but
yeah, no. And then his other signature was a German suplex, and I'm like, I never saw Hulk Hogan do a German suplex, but whatever.
I don't think he could. Chaz says Octopath left a bad taste in his mouth. I would like to know why, because I want to know if it's the same thing as I feel.
Yeah, I thought the actual like fighting,
it was great,
mechanics and engine, like that was the whole reason why. Play it. This actually looks pretty rad.
Yeah, so the Fire Girl Hack and Splash Rescue DX.
It kind of reminds me of that Saturn firefighting game.
Oh, Burning Rangers or something. I've not played that. But I saw this randomly as we were doing our Gauntlet rundown, and this just looks interesting enough to me that where it's obviously not as good as the Square 2D HD, but listen, it
looks like Burning Rangers, like so hard.
Well, I'm gonna have to try it. Chase said, I bet New Japan Hogan did a German suplex. I don't know. Never watched
No, he did the Axe Bomber, though.
What is an Axe Bomber?
It's a lariat.
Oh, well.
Clothesline.
He did actually have to try back then. So, there's that. So, that's everything you've been playing?
I did finally get my limited run games ordered, where I ordered Cotton 100% and Cotton Saturn Tribute. I finally got those in. Been waiting, what, like 9 months?
Yeah, I've never ordered my own thing from Limited. I have one limited run game that my friend got me, but he said like, yeah, I ordered this like 8 months ago. I'm like, how does this take so long? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know anything about distributing games, so what do I know?
Yeah, something about distribution. And anyways, yeah, those just came in the mail yesterday. So I was on my way home, bought Live Alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw on the mail, I was like, oh,
I guess
this is poorly timed.
There's not enough time to play every game, which is
right. So I got the podcast games, Hitman Contracts, Live Alive, Triangle Strategy, all those. I was playing Horizon Forbidden West for a while, but I kind of got burned out from
Mm-hmm.
PS5ness.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get a PS5 to play that. I just don't want to. I don't want to ruin my experience. You know.
Well, my issue was so I was trying to play I have all these PS5 games just accumulated.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gran Turismo 7, I played like 10 hours. I was kind of done with that pretty quickly.
Right.
Driving game, it's fine, but the in-game economy is super broken, so I'm just going at their pace instead of my own, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Gran Turismo 7, great made game, but not the game itself was frustrating. We went over this like a lot prior.
Mm-hmm.
So then I played... First game I played was Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Loved that. Then I switched to Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yep.
Which was actually really good. I really enjoyed that.
It goes on forever, though, I heard.
Yes, it's like an 80-hour game.
Yeah, it can't be doing that.
Yeah, I played that. It's just, I swear it had like 5 endings.
I don't know how many it had, but I remember for like 3 months, my buddy was like, "I'm right at the end of the game." I was like, I don't think you are." You know?
Yeah, there's straight up like 5 endings to this game, realistically. Yep. So then I played Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which was like a nice little platformer game. It has like Pixar type art to it all. Definitely like not made by a AAA studio, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. But it was like an 8-hour game. I was done with it like on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's
essentially.
Yeah, that's a good Saturday though.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I got to play another game. So I threw in Forbidden West because I loved Horizon Zero Dawn so much.
Mm-hmm.
I played like 10 hours of it. The problem isn't the game. The problem is I just played Assassin's Creed for 80 hours. The gameplay is very similar.
Both those games got so dicked by like many things, like Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Like Elden Ring came out, and then what was the other one? Breath of the Wild came out. It's just like I feel like every time those games come out, people are like burned out on other things, and they don't want. Like I feel like that game really got overshadowed by Elden Ring.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. Right now, I haven't played Elden Ring yet. I have it. I got it the same day I got my PS5 because my PS5 had the Horizon and Gran Turismo 7 bundle.
Right.
Because that was the only option.
Well, for scalpers.
That was also the day Elden Ring came out. I'm like, all right, I'll get Elden Ring.
I mean, you might as well, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, I might as well.
If you're
like 5 months later, I still don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got there was one game I was holding out on. It's actually one of the things I've been playing. I was waiting for Tales of Arise to either go on sale for Xbox Series S or PS5 and like hold it. But Amazon had it for $20, so I finally jumped on that. And I'll get there when I get there though. So it's good. Yeah, if that's everything you've been hitting.
Yeah. I really like Forbidden West though. It's such a top-notch game.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Occasionally there's like a glitch or something that occurs. It's crashed once on me. Once.
Cyberpunk it is. Got it. It's a Cyberpunk clone. Knew it.
Nah, it crashed once. Look, there was more bugs in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, if I'm being honest.
I'm not even shocked. I feel like most Ubisoft games are like that when they come out now.
Well, I mean, there's just so much shit going on in them. But
yeah, they could tone it down.
I think Horizon Forbidden West, the biggest thing I had to kind of fiddle with were like the graphic and frame rate output. Because it's clearly made for a PS5 and like a fucking 4K television kind of deal and high frame rate and all that. And I just have a 1080p TV at this point.
Yeah.
So I had to put it down to run like optimally with like I think it's set at 30 frames per second or I have it fixed at 60. It's one of the two.
Yeah. So that actually is what my issue with Tales of Arise is. There's these all little, like, not even like graphic glitches, but like, so there's this little character Hootle, who's the best character in any game ever. He's a baby little owl, and I love him. But every time you go into a new area, he pops over your shoulder, and he starts, making owl noises. And what that's supposed to indicate is that there's another owl in the area, and you get like little accessories for your character.
Okay.
It does it every time you go into a new area, and it seems to be like only a last gen problem. and it won't. They're not gonna fix
Ah.
it. It's just like dumb little things. So whenever there's like a cross-gen version of a game, I've learned to like I'm just gonna wait. This one, I mean, $20 sale, and it was never going on sale, so I finally did it. But no, that is a great game. Tales of Arise is real good. All the characters are super likable, except this one prince who turned. He was like corrupted, but then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be your friend." But the whole time I was streaming, I was just like, "Can I just fucking stab you? I hate you." Like, I don't like these characters. His weapon is a blunt pole, which somehow kills people. Like, they had this whole traumatic flashback where he hit his friend in the shoulder and then they died, and I was like, that doesn't even make sense.
Well, buddy, if you remember from Dragon Ball, someone had an extendo pole, and that was very deadly.
But this didn't extend. He was just like, "Look, I'm really good at this. I'm
still a pole.
I'm Donatello, bitch."
Blunt stick.
It was dumb, but whatever. I hate, other than that one character, every character in the game is really cool. I'm gonna see if I can find it without getting myself canceled. So the accessories I found. Oh, that's not it. In that game, like they stay
Media Studio.
not Media Studio. They go on your character even through all the cutscenes. Where is Alphen? I gotta find it. Alphen. I'm never gonna find it now. Damn it, whatever. But Alphen has these dumb little glasses you can get that make him have like angry anime eyes. And I have them in every cutscene, no matter how serious things are going.
Oh, that's funny.
And the whole game's just dumb. I've made Shion an absolute ethot, because why not? And every character just has dumb. One character has like boy band sunglasses on. I'm like, this is a very serious game with serious things going on, guys. Please be serious. It's very good. I don't know if you're a Tales of guy, but if you're not, you should be.
There's a couple games I like out of the Tales series. My biggest problem with the Tales series is they're usually made very poorly.
Well,
like a below budget kind of game.
I haven't ever felt
to do it on purpose, and it's very, very trope heavy.
They are trope heavy, I'll give you that. But I've always felt like their quality was good.
Like I tried. So what was the last one I tried? I think it was Basaria.
I don't have that one. I have Zestiria first.
Zestiria is one of the good ones, I believe.
Yeah, Basaria was like a prequel to that or something. They came out after.
Nah, I better stop talking because I might not know as much as I think.
Getting canceled. That's it. I don't know. I think they're fun. I just like the fact that like you can actually partake in the battles, which is like a big. I don't know. I don't hate turn-based games, but I feel like I'm actually like, oh, there's a move this enemy's doing. I can just sidestep out of the way real quick, as opposed to just standing there and being like, oh no, a giant meteor's coming at my face. Better just stand here and wait for that. Like,
well, I definitely got the RPG bug lately because a couple months ago, last month, in the past,
one of those days, yes.
I bought. I saw online this website called Bitmap Books.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with this?
Are they the guys that do like the NES books?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I know them.
Yeah, or at least one of many people. But they did an RPG book, like a full history of JRPG type book, and it also includes like Western RPGs, and it distinguishes between them. And it's just a massive books, or a massive book, and it's just this. Yeah, that's the one.
A guide to Japanese role-playing games?
Yeah, that's exactly the one. And
okay.
That picture does not give it justice. It is thick. It is huge.
These,
so much content in it.
These look very high quality. So this is the one you're talking about, Guide to Japanese Role-Playing Games.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is just a massive like manual and
look at that binding
of just all these RPGs and like how they came to be, and like there's information in there that I didn't know about. So that seems kind of obvious when you start thinking about it.
Remakes, wow. This actually looks cool.
Yeah, and then it just has all these games and listed about the games. It's got little artwork in the book as well.
Talks about Falcon, Dragon Slayer. Okay.
Yeah, it's got like everything you can imagine in it. So because I got
Yay.
Live Alive. Now I'm gonna go open it, and I want to see what it says about Live Alive.
Dragon Quest. Just getting a whole Dragon Quest section for me is pretty good.
Yeah, it has a whole Dragon Quest, a whole Final Fantasy. I think it has a whole Tales of series part of it in there. Shin Megami Tensei deal.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it's so well done. I'm so happy with it. It's like the ultimate coffee table book.
Yeah. Oh, you got Mario.
So read.
Got Mario and Luigi in there. That's actually pretty cool. I wouldn't even think they'd consider it, but like, I guess why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, it goes all the way up to modern times.
Mega Man X Command Mission is an RPG?
Apparently, yeah.
I didn't know that. I have Mega Man X on my next to play list. I gotta revisit that series. So, and then they got
I bought this book, and it just gives you all this information over like what makes an RPG, what goes into it, what went into all these games, how was it reviewed at the time, kind of deal. I thought the most interesting little fact that was thrown in there was the issue with translating games from like Japan to English.
Yes, because
the game's script, like actual like program script in the game, because of how Japanese letters are like sized, because they're all the same size and the same width kind of situation.
Okay.
So you only have, say, 8 characters in the script that you're programming. So the main issue of trying to translate it to another language, like German or English, stick to English for this purpose, is English letters aren't all the same size. You have uppercase and lowercase, and that's why you see in a lot of these old translated games, like the letters are all awkwardly sized to look the same, and it looks like this weird ass font.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're awkwardly spaced between letters, or words have an extra space in it. It's because they have to match the script program.
Okay, I see.
Because it's not as simple as just translate it and then it throws in new language. No, it's an actual program into the game. You'd have to literally reprogram the entire script in the game just for dialogue boxes.
I didn't even consider that. Well, I guess I guess you knew.
So it goes into like, this is why you see a lot of not like mistranslations, but like missing a word in a sentence, because they have to essentially change the entire dialogue of a game to match the minimum spaces that they have.
That always bothered me. I don't know if this is kind of in the same realm, but I tweeted the other while ago how there's a game called Chrono Trigger. Your character's name is Chrono, but his name is missing the H.
And that's part of that issue.
Yeah. Okay, so now I know why it does that.
Yeah, it's missing the H because it couldn't fit.
It always bothered me though. I was like, "Hello, cat."
Yeah, it's just right in the camera.
I see that you're playing Stray. Very good. Yeah. So, Tales of Arise. If you like JRPGs, I mean, it's a good one. Did you play Symphonia?
Yes.
Okay, that's the best one. So I guess
I have it on GameCube. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay, there's some other things I've done a play of. Have you ever heard of Flea?
No.
Well, that's because it's an NES homebrew, and you probably wouldn't have heard of it. So there's a...
Okay.
Yeah, there's a... Oh, how do I even look it up? There's a service I love called Antstream. I've talked about it before on the podcast with you, and I can't find it anyway. Great. Fucking Bing. God damn it. So
using Bing?
Because you get Microsoft points for every search you do. But when I get you do. And then when I get really annoyed, I just go over to Google. So Fleet, oh God, it's loud. It's an NES homebrew where you bounce constantly and you have to collect blood. And it's a neat little time killer, but I it's not mind blowing, but for playing it for free on that Antstream service, it's pretty okay, It just, you bounce all the time, collect blood as a flea does. I think that's more of a tick, if I'm being honest. But whatever, you know what? Flea exists, and it's a good game. So I don't know, try it. Why not?
Maybe Flea isn't as unappealing as Tick.
I don't know if it is or not, but there's like the best way I can describe this this genre of games is butt clenching platformer. like
Sure.
Super Meat Boy, where you make you make a jump, you're like, and then just like that. But like it starts off easy. I will say, I don't know, maybe I missed something in the gameplay, but like the amount of lives you get seems to go up and down, and I don't know if it's caused by how much blood you get, and I don't know why this screen is tinted so red, but it is. Listen, it's worth checking out. I can't make an NES game. Oh, and those are daggers where if you jump into them, they die. So there's that. Tim, hello, welcome. How is everybody? Yeah, it's a neat little game. So there's Fleet. Played that for a bit. I actually played a lot on my phone because Aimstream works on your phone. Is it good? So try that out. I ranked it at C in my little tier list. That I will keep throughout the game. Have you ever heard of Loaded, JD?
No.
So Loaded was a PS1 game, and I would describe it as Doom and Diablo having a baby.
I think I recognize that green label.
Yes.
Box art.
So I've only seen it green label. So the story of this game is that you're like 6 like cyber prisoners. Oh, this guy's great, by the way. You're locked in prison, and literally one guy in the prison is like, bet you all I can escape from here. And everyone else is like, bet you we can. And then you just murder everyone on your way out. Because this guy is obviously a cowboy, skeleton, pirate, ninja hybrid, as you can tell.
His name Captain Hands?
Captain Hands. Be serious. This is Butch. Yes, this is the first PS1 game they put on Antstream. That's how I played it. But the whole thing is like big mazes, and you just have to find your way out, grab the keys to open certain doors.
Yeah, it looks like Die Hard Trilogy a bit.
Yeah, I will say it could use a map. You get a map, but it's as big. It's as big as this little window here in your corner. You can't.
Sound very helpful.
No, it's not. And like you get a red key, and you could barely tell sometimes what rooms need a red key. Like the lights on the wall, or maybe the door has a red light. So I would just pick up a key and slam my face into every wall until a door would open, essentially. So it takes a little memorization, but this game's fun. It's very meant for somebody else to be playing with you, because you will get overwhelmed by bullets very quickly. And being that it's a PS1 game, do you think they used dual analog sticks for aiming and walking? Don't be silly. Of course they didn't. So you have to hold like L1 to strafe.
What year did it come out?
I want to say it was like 97.
Was dual analog even out by then?
So I think it was, actually, because I remember it came out with Ape Escape. Let me find out. PS1 release date. So there's that. See, look, my Microsoft points go up, then I get 5.
What do you get with these Microsoft points?
Xbox gift cards, Amazon gift cards.
I see.
Stuff. So a 1995. So actually, probably not made for dual analog.
For the analog sticks, no.
But I wonder if Reloaded does the sequel, which I want to play, 1996. So probably not.
Probably not either.
No. So Antstream's whole gimmick is that the games that they release on there are obviously, it's called Antstream Arcade. Very arcade heavy. So once you kind of die and loaded, there's only 15 levels. It's kind of like go back to the beginning. It's very, very fun. I would recommend it. I'd give it a B because it needs a map, man.
Looks solid enough.
It's fun just to pick up and play. The last thing I've been playing a lot of, and I will get gameplay of it up. Are you a Forza guy? You like the cars?
Ask me if I have an Xbox 360
yeah,
or up.
I know you don't. I don't even know why I bother. I should have known better. So I don't know. I was in a racing kind of mood. I played Forza Horizon 5 before, but I have one problem with this game that I have with many games these days, and that
open world garbage.
There's no need for this to be an open fucking world. There's just no reason. Like, you're in this giant map of Mexico, and there's so many blips on this fucking screen. There's the drag races and your dirt races and your rally races, which is nice. I don't know which ones progress the story. I couldn't fucking tell you. And then I just feel like I'm doing the same races over and over, and then I unlock a new car, and then I'll be like, let me go to this part of the map. And it's like, oh, did you know you can buy a new house? I don't want to buy a house. I'm in a racing game. I don't want to walk around my house. It's just like...
That was my big problem with the last Forza game, because I got Game Pass and I was playing it. That was when I was doing the modern Game Pass, and I was reviewing games monthly.
Yeah.
And then co-host left, and so I was like, all right, I'll just incorporate all this into the retro gaming podcast at the start. But yeah, I had a big issue with that in the previous Forza Horizon game. It's like it's all open world. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel like I'm like racing on any course.
Right, and I've never played the normal Forza Motorsport games yet, and I don't know if that's just more straight racing. But like, I don't need all this extra fluff. So like, I've gotten to this point now where like I'll play this game if I want to like pick up a race and just do fiddle around for a second. But I just don't give a shit about anything but the racing. Just let me race. And then I accidentally did a story mission the other day. I don't even know how long I've been playing this game. I think I did like the second story mission in the game. It's just
there's no indicators of like where the next story mission is.
Probably. I don't know. I can't tell. There's so many blips on the map.
It's got like the Ubisoft problem.
I hope they can they show the map in this. Maybe I can just look.
Doesn't look like it does.
No, let me see if I can get the Forza map. But like it's
I've seen the Forza map, but
it's just too much. I'm gonna get it for everyone.
Real reason Vince McMahon retired. Wow, he raped women. That's why.
Yeah, that is why. I was watching a Cultaholic video before.
What are we doing here? Why is this? It's so disgusting.
Here's like this is a very small part of the map, and it's so much, man. I don't even see where it's marking your next mission. Yeah. So there's that. I love Forza Horizon 5 as a game, but I do not like all the fluff in it.
Sounds like a similar issue that I have with Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
7 also has a broken in-game economy.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you make your game around microtransactions. By the way, did you hear what BMW is doing?
What are they doing?
We live in a society. You can now get your brand new BMW with all the fixing and features that you want in it. They all come in every car now, or they will. But if you want to, let's say, I don't know, use the heated seats, it's $18 a month.
What?
They're BMW. Yeah, I think we talked about this. BMW heated seats. Let's do this. Yeah, so now they're microtransactioning everything. It's not in the US yet.
A heated seat subscription.
Yeah. We live in microtransactions. $18 a month for heated seats if you want them on. You can cancel any time though. Calm down, So, and then you can have $415 for unlimited access. So there's that, and the fucking hardware's in your car. Yeah, well, we live in a society, as the Joker would say. I think I don't even remember where he said that in the movie.
The hardware's in your car that you paid for.
Yeah. America. Well, not America yet, but it's happening. Let's be real. So that's fun.
That is.
So I won't
terrifying.
be buying. I won't be buying a BMW. We do have some short little news stories this week because I looked up stuff and there wasn't like a whole lot that interested me because we really only talk about the news we care about on this show. Because I'm not kind of funny, and I'm going to start with the one that
Blackpink and PUBG.
Yes, that I got to talk about, but I will talk about the one thing that saddens me the most: that the servers for Killzone are going offline. I'm actually kind of upset about this. But nobody's playing them online.
Yeah, anymore. I saw the Rigs one was shutting down. I'm kind of bummed out about that.
I never played Rigs, but I do have a Killzone tattoo because I'm a weirdo. And
Rigs was a fun VR game. Man, I must have played that for 20 hours or something.
What I assume, is it like a truck racing simulator or no?
No, it's a sports VR where you are in a mech.
That sounds cool. I can be into that. But I guess I'm not going to play it now because it's going offline. So that does suck. I love Killzone Shadowfall. I know it was like a tech demo game for the PS4, but it's really, really. I thought it was fun. I like Killzone a lot.
I wouldn't say it's a tech demo for VR. I mean, it was fully functional.
No, just for PS4, not for VR. Oh, Shadowfall. Was there a separate VR?
Oh, you're talking Killzone.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I never played Rigs, but Killzone needs more love, and I really hope they revisit it one day as a whole series. Very underrated series.
Maybe they will when after this next Horizon one, or they'll probably want to make a third one.
Dump Aloy into Planet Helkin. Fuck it, why not? I'll be into it.
Fun.
I mean, the Helghast, even though they are, sure, they're space Nazis or whatever, like, they're just fucking intimidating looking.
Allegedly.
Are we the baddies? Like,
Are we the baddies?
Killzone Shadowfall gameplay. I just want to.
Moriarty might be the first male baddie.
Maybe he is.
Yeah.
That would be.
I hope they call him a baddie so bad.
That would be really funny, honestly. But like this game looks even still like really good for a PS4 game, and nobody was like, even when I went to go play it for stream, like nobody was online for it. However, they do have bot zone. If you're gonna make a shooter, put a bot zone in your game so I can play it. Unless you're Halo Infinite and you have to be online. Whatever.
I mean, you can play the story again.
I could, and I will. I do want to revisit Killzone 2 and 3 again. Because they're just good.
2's fun. I still really like 2.
Yeah.
3 got too big weapon cinematic thing for me.
I love it. That's a me thing. So, rest in peace to Killzone, Shadowfall, Mercenary, and Riggs. We love you, and we'll pour one out. Get another Helghast tattoo, maybe. Probably won't. Speaking of games shutting down and being canceled, we also had Ubisoft cancel 4 games. And what games they were? Was it Splinter Cell? Of course it was. A Splinter Cell VR game has been canceled. How do you feel about that?
It's fine. Don't care.
You don't care about Splinter Cell at all?
I mean, I like Splinter Cell. I don't need a VR game.
That's fair. They are. I guess we're getting a remake of the original too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the thing, like, I really like VR. I do, but it's tough to, even as a fan, to kind of fully get behind it when the companies are clearly struggling to make these games.
Mm-hmm. That's fair, I guess.
A lot of my VR games are very simplistic, and the only way it's going to get popular is if these companies these game making companies have the ability to, well, make their games in VR, and it just takes too much resources to go into that.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a chicken and an egg scenario too, where like
it's definitely a bummer.
My issue with VR is that, like, down here, like, I got a little L desk set up, so like playing VR down here is not really viable. So it's like, well, I don't
U-desk then.
Well, I guess I should get a U-desk.
Yeah.
But then I could bump it on every side. This is a gift. It's just like nobody's gonna make a big VR game till VR has an adoption rate, but nobody's gonna get VR until there's a big game. You know, it's like what does first? And I've always said the more steps between me and the controller, or however you interact with the game, like that's a little more hindrance for me to play it. So like, gotta get the helmet on, then I gotta make sure the area is clear. Like even for like when I saw PSVR, I was like, oh, there's another box I gotta put on my PS4, and then there's these cables. For some people, it's not too bad. For me, I'm just like, this seems like a lot right now. So, I don't know. I want to see where it goes. It would have been nice to see a Splinter Cell VR game, but
it would have been nice, but clearly it was too much for Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's understandable. Ghost Recon Frontline, which is going to be a battle royale game.
Good, get rid of that. Cancel that shit.
Is it just a battle royale hate or just Ghost Recon hate? Oh god, shut up. Okay, good. Listen, I'm still a BR guy. I'm just really bad at Fortnite this season. And 2 unannounced games have been canceled. So fucking, I guess, sure, why not?
Sure. I mean,
yeah,
we'd never know.
So there's that. But for some reason, Skull and Bones is coming out.
Okay.
God, they canceled the game.
Trying to come out for like 4 years.
Did you see the release date?
Is it 2024?
It's 1 day before God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, good.
You just sent it out to die. Like, why didn't it sell, guys? Can't believe it. It's like when Garfield Death Stranding thought like it could beat, you know? Like, fucking wild.
You just compared Garfield against Death Stranding?
They came out in the same day. I don't know what Kojima was thinking. Like, he had a fucking chance, dude. Like, you know? Garfield Kart's cool.
Okay.
It is definitely a game that exists. That's for sure. We did like a meme stream. It was like 8
We're
of us
gonna
playing.
get Death Stranding too. Hope you know that.
Oh, this is a side tangent. So the podcast I've been listening to this week, they were talking about random indie games they play on Steam. Did you know there's a genre now of games, like, you know how people call things like Souls-likes?
Sure.
Now there's Strand-likes, which are games where like you like leave like little messages and like your game affects other people's games. And then they were like, wait, but weren't Souls games kind of like the first Strand-like game? So like which came first? And it's been this whole fucking gimmick they've been doing all month. I'm like, please shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear. And they're just like stroking Kojima's like ego. I don't know if this is an ego apparently. Like, oh fuck. I hate that now there's gonna be like, it's like Dark Souls, but now there's gonna be
do you remember when Death Stranding came out and the whole concept was it's the first genre of its first game in a genre of its own?
I still
Strand games.
I still don't even know what that game is. I've seen it be played. I've looked up. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that game.
I really liked it.
I'm happy for it.
It's just a 2-hour cutscene ending is absurd.
I can't do that. That's all I want to play Metal Gear 4.
Take a break. I was like, all right, pause. All right. I've been on this beach for an hour. Can I get off the beach, please?
Like, Kojima just make a fucking movie. Like,
it's the ending of Death Stranding.
But like, that's why I don't want to play Metal Gear Solid 4 because like I don't like what is there like a 20-minute cutscene? Like I don't fucking have time for that. I want to play shit. Like I might just look up Metal Gear 4 and be like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, watch a Let's Play.
I think I'll just read a synopsis, honestly. And then, you know what?
Watch a Let's Play. Let's Plays are fun.
I don't know. Oh, short little thing. Cowabunga Collection finally got a release date. We're excited about that. Did you play Shredder's Revenge?
No.
You're missing out. You really should.
I'm sure I am. I can get it on the Switch, I think. Just on the store.
It's yeah, you can. It's super worth it. I've played it 2 times now. I am not a Ninja Turtles like nostalgia guy.
Do you know if the physical copy came out of that or no?
Yeah, no, it's out.
A physical version?
I think it's limited run though. So be check. But we could look that up in a second actually. But I am excited to play this. I'm most excited to play Hyperstone Heist because I've never done that. Have you?
Yeah, I got a repro card for my Genesis.
Yeah,
or is that the Super Nintendo one?
No, Hyperstone's the Genesis one.
Okay, all right.
So that I really want to play because I've only dabbled in that one. And this also comes with the Game Boy ones, which I'm excited for, and then the NES one. If you hate yourself, well, the other 2 NES ones are okay.
My God,
it's so good. August 30th. I'm very excited for this. No Stadia release. What a bummer, though. You know.
Yeah. Well,
what do we
have everything?
No, we can't. Let me see. Shredder's Revenge physical.
I bet the Ouya release was canceled as well.
Dude, don't even get me started, man. Shout out to the Ouya. Oh, Shredder's Revenge is out. 35. Okay, so it seems like you can get it anywhere. GameStop. .emu does it. So yeah, no, you could probably find this really easily. If you get it, no matter what you get it on, we can crossplay. So there's that. It's fun. I don't know anything about Casey Jones, by the way. So you can get Casey Jones if you beat the story mode once. Again, I don't know dick about Ninja Turtles beyond the games. So I'm excited for the Cowabunga Collection. How do you feel?
Well, I was never a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan growing up.
Well, that's not a good start then.
No, it's not.
Well, shit. I guess
I saw like a few episodes, so
fair.
But I did have the NES game that rages and never beat it.
The other 2 were
growing up.
The second game is like a C tier game.
No, I had the first one. First one with
nice.
The underwater and the mines and the
Yeah, I played that on the Wii.
Lots of child rage going on there, let me tell you.
Yeah, that probably what's made us all cynical adults as we got older, you know. Also,
it was all those long sessions of Blades of Steel that I couldn't win.
Yes. So short little story here. I'm gonna full screen it because the What's Happening page is scaring me. We have maybe Far Cry coming to Game Pass. I'm excited. I don't know. Does anyone care about Far Cry? Just me.
Far Cry 6 didn't sell well, from what I could tell.
I don't understand why, because like Giancarlo Esposito for me is a good enough reason. I like that guy.
Seemed like the game just wasn't that good. I mean, I just saw it in GameStop yesterday for like $15 or something.
So my problem with Far Cry is I played 3, and 3 had a great villain in that game. Voss was awesome, and then they killed him about three-quarters of the way through the game.
Okay,
So,
sure, yeah.
there's that.
Bold move.
Right, and his sister, great villain too. Then 4 happened, and 4 was just like...
I like 4.
4 is Far Cry 3 again. I am a Game Pass mark, thank you, Dane. And then Primal came out, or no, what was it, 5 first?
I think it was Primal.
Primal. Nobody was really asking for that, but you know what? You experimented, you tried it, move on. 5
I
came...
didn't care for that one.
I think 5's problem was that it was a little too current eventy. Well, it was like current eventy for that time, and I feel like by the time the game actually came out, that whole thing was kind of over with.
I just think the game was not that good either.
Yeah.
They've definitely reached this loop of
It's a Ubisoft
same
game.
ideas that they don't know how to tweak.
It's a Ubisoft game. I think it's a company-wide problem because Ubisoft is having a weird time. But like as a whole for the series, I like Far Cry. I have 5, and actually 5's on Game Pass now, so I'm gonna try them.
I mean, we played the very first Far Cry on the podcast not too long ago.
I'm so fucking sorry.
No, that was good. We liked it.
What did you play it on?
What did I play it on? I think I played on PC.
I got Far Cry Classic because it was on Game Pass, and it has become a meme now where like something is so like unoffensively boring. I'm like, wow, this is the Far Cry Classic of like fighting games or something. I was just like, this game.
Oh, you're so harsh. Come on.
It was also kind of buggy. I don't know if that was like the 360 release, but like I loaded in a cutscene where people's faces weren't there. And then
got any bugs like that.
Yeah, so then I played the mission, and then for the next mission, I played that same opening cutscene, but from a bird's eye view. And then I was in a different area. I was like, oh boy, this is
very strange.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about the very first Far Cry was the enemy draw distance.
Yep.
So if you shoot once, they were shooting back at you in the same position. But I mean, that was an issue of games back then in general, where the AI had to be triggered in order to see you, kind of situation.
I want to see if we can get the good one though. Where is the best Far Cry game of all time? Ah, yes, Vengeance for the Wii. Have you played this one?
Excuse me.
Have you never heard of Far Cry Vengeance?
I mean, is it as good as Conduit?
No. Far Cry Vengeance is so bad, and its whole gimmick.
This looks Counter-Strikey.
Oh, that's giving it too much credit. Imagine what you know. What does Far Cry need? Like when
rail?
No, it's not.
It's just the character awkwardly moving like that.
Yeah. You know what? Far Cry needed to be inspired by one of the greatest games of all time, Sonic Unleashed. So you randomly just turn into fucking animals. Also.
What?
Yeah. Far Cry Vengeance is a game. It is. I think it's.
This offends me somehow.
I think it's pretty known to be one of the worst Wii games of all time. Like I remember this came out and I was like, oh, I could probably play this, and then I never ended up buying it.
I thought I saw a YouTube video of comparing Vengeance to Far Cry 6.
That
was an incorrect. My eyes played tricks on me.
That would be quite a video. Be like, well,
that would be a funny video.
Yeah. So in Vengeance, you turn into a werewolf, but in Far Cry 6, the game actually looks like somebody cared about it. I want to like.
You gotta. No, if you're gonna make a video like that, you gotta play it off like Vengeance is actually better.
So Far Cry Vengeance actually is superior.
Control.
Super superior. God, the Wii. You know what the thing is?
This looks not bad. This part right here.
Yeah, this part looks okay. I mean, why snipe? You look down the barrel, you idiot. I mean, it's no Conduit. Let's be real. Have you ever ended up playing Conduit 2?
Do I have Did I get Conduit 2? I'm not gotten Conduit.
Conduit 2 is kind of disappointing. I don't want to ruin your day, but like, it ends on a cliffhanger too, and a really cool cliffhanger, and you're just like, oh, there's never going to be a Conduit 3, is there?
All right, hold on.
Can I ruin the ending of Conduit 2 for you?
Dude, are you asking to ruin a Conduit game for me?
The ending is so fucking bizarre. You're just like, I hope there's a third one. And then I realized what year I was playing it. And I was like, oh, there's never going to be a third one, is there? God.
I mean, that's like PsyOps.
I got to go back to PsyOps. I want to play it, but it's so fucking dark, man. Like, I can't.
Turn it up.
I did, and I don't know, the whole PS2 Xbox generation.
You were bad at it.
Oh, okay. I didn't consider that.
Do I have the
I went on a
Conduit
tangent.
2? Let's see. I do not have Conduit 2. I have the Conduit.
But it's the only one you need to play. I wish the servers were still up.
That's too bad. So I was all into
don't worry about it.
Conduit's a hilarious game.
It's
such a
really
such
so
PS5 defect. What?
Yes, so I just heard about this. Apparently, on the PlayStation 5, you have one. So I was wondering, actually, this is a great thing for you.
Okay.
There is a big old defect in the PS5, and I say big old meaning I have not heard of this until recently. I want to see if I get the actual sentence, but essentially it's a defect that causes the system to shut down during gameplay, just randomly. Some say it has to do with heat. So I wonder if it's like a gameplay or a defect or like a safety thing. But apparently that it just shuts down out of nowhere, and they've said they fix it with software updates, and they just still haven't. So have you experienced this at all?
No, I have not.
See, that's the thing. How could it be? I've just heard about this thing coming up, and nobody has ever, nobody's really brought it up. At least like people I actually know. It does say the possibility of the lawsuit is questionable.
And players also reported the adaptive triggers breaking easily and problems with the console's rest mode.
I mean, I hate rest mode in systems overall because they just end up fucking things up. So
crashing during gameplay, however, is a severe accusation.
So when I do rest mode on, let's start with the Xbox Series S. If I was playing anything that has an internet connection, which is most Game Pass stuff, because it pings to see if you have Game Pass, you put it in rest mode, and sometimes the game just gets so fucking mad at you. It's like, I'm locking up right now. Fuck you. Then I have to quit the game anyway.
Restart. Yeah, you have to quit and restart it.
So like just okay. So like I don't want it. And like to do this is one thing I do hate about the Xbox. Even holding the button and saying turn off console, that's not turned off. To fully shut it down, you have to go into settings and hit fully shut down console, which is annoying. But
I just have a habit of fully shutting down anyways. I think my PS5's in rest mode right now though.
Yeah.
But I just have a habit of fully shutting down because I just never know when like the power might go out.
Yeah. So
and it'll fuck it up.
I had a whole thing with my PS4 the other day. I was going to go stream Tales of Arise, and my stream was delayed because at some point it was in rest mode and I shut the power off. And if you've ever had a PS4, you know that it's a fucking crybaby when you shut it off in rest mode. It's like, meh, I gotta rebuild the database. Fuck you. It takes like 10 minutes. And so the problem with streaming Sony consoles, I don't know about the 5, I should be fair, but the PS4 has the HDCP thing, right?
Yes.
So when
you go into settings, you unclick it, and then you're good.
Right, but it's all run through my Elgato now, and because when it decided to shut off and have a pissy fit, it turned that setting back on, and I wasn't getting any picture on my TV. So now I had to reorganize my cables to get the Elgato out of the chain, then plug it back in, then turn off the copy protection, then I had to reset on my cable again to put it back through the Elgato. It's so fucking annoying.
The one I experienced the most pain with if I wanted to stream anything was the PS3 because you literally have to change the cable out and go back to a default setting mode. That was the annoying part.
Well, so I bought the HECP, not splitters, not illegal, which strips the copyright protection allegedly in Minecraft. And that works well, but they're also made of straight China quality, and I've broken 3 of these things somehow.
Oh my god.
And I don't know why or how, but like the HDMI ports just come loose. So like it's gotten to the point where I'm a big PS3 guy, but if it's gotten to the point now where it's come out on PS3, I'll highly consider looking for an Xbox copy of a game. Like it's so annoying to deal with the copy protection shit, especially on PS3. Because if this little splitter breaks again, I'm not getting another one. This is my 3rd one. I'm just fucking over it. Like, so there's that. Anyway, so that's the rest mode thing. We got off this, but I've never heard of this this hardware defect till recently. So if anyone has a PS5 and they want to tell me about it, please do.
It's news to me.
Yeah, I always wonder how these action lawsuits get brought up. I feel like they're just like law firms who are like, we can make money real quick. You know, it seems that way. So, and I got
Last topic, eh?
it's quick. Fall Guys are getting Godzilla outfits. Hell yeah!
That's kind of cool.
I love Fall. You like Fall Guys?
Yeah.
Oh well, let's play together. What are you doing? I want to play this. I'm
going to wrestling shows. That's what I'm doing.
Wrestling. We can wrestle in Fall Guys, which apparently, by the way, it has a game mode editor. Did you know that?
Does it?
I guess you can make your own games. Which, man, the Fall Guys is my new favorite battle royale. By the way, I played it when it came out, but I kept seeing the same games over and over, so I kind of got over it. But now they have so much more stuff. Game's great, man. Everyone should get into Fall Guys. Play with me. So. Are you going to get a Godzilla costume?
No.
Oh, come on. How you know?
Spending money.
Whatever. What are you doing? Trying to buy a house or something, nerd?
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Well, yeah, whatever. I mean,
and I just bought Live Alive, so I'm going to play that.
That's fair.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to ask you. Have you seen WrestleQuest? Are you getting that?
I have seen it.
I am so excited for that game. I can't wait to play it.
I'm going to wait till, it comes out.
Well, I mean, there's no other way to get it that I know. Or is it like an early access thing?
Well, I mean, it's like, okay, I'm going to wait till other people play it and then give me feedback.
Well, all right then. Well, yeah, eventually I'm going to get that. So that's all the new stuff. There's not a whole lot this week, guys.
I mean, Ring of Honor's tonight.
You know, I've never watched a Ring of Honor show in my life. That's not on purpose. It's just one, I didn't know how to watch it before. And when I started getting into wrestling, I didn't know any channel. So this is gonna be my first Ring of Honor show. Now that, and if
you buy the pay-per-view, you going like baked boys on us?
Am I going big boys on you? Excuse
me.
Baked. Still don't get it. Am I gonna illegally stream it? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
Oh. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably gonna watch it.
Haven't decided. Okay.
Well, I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow. Yeah, tonight. Actually, there's a board game I'm playing with Tina tonight. It's you might like it.
Torrent sites. Then.
No. I definitely have another thing. It's called WatchWrestling.in that I would never use. I'm actually playing this with my wife tonight. It's a card game Metroidvania that I love playing, and I want more people to play with, but you need to be in a room. So it's called Super Hazard Quest, right? And you start off. Cool. Yeah, you start with these characters who are definitely not Mario, definitely not Samus, definitely not Link. And you draw a random map card to start in. And the whole goal is like, say you're the Solid Snake character. His thing is, I can't remember, but defend. So essentially anytime you come across a defend thing, you can get past that for free. And like you want to Metroidvania your way around, you get these little cards that say like, oh, I can dig, so if you hit this, you go to dig, then you draw a new card to go down. And the whole goal is to find a mini boss who looks like this, or another one, and you get a blue crystal. If you get the blue crystal, you can then...
This is really cool. I'll write this down and get it myself.
You kill the blue boss, and then you win. But if you, let's say, go through this wall and you hit a dead end, you lose your crystal. And now you got to go back and beat the mini boss again. It's a whole thing. It's really fun. They had an expansion for it, which cost a whole $3. Ooh. So you got more cards. Really fun. Super Hazard Quest. Everyone should play it. So that's what I'm doing instead of watching Ring of Honor tonight.
Well, I'll be going to Ring of Honor live. So
where is it? I didn't even know.
Lowell, Massachusetts.
Oh, how far is that from you? Far?
90 minutes.
Oh, that's not that bad. So
it's north of Boston a bit. So.
Super Hazard Quest is $30, and there's 2 new expansions, Tina. And they have little 3D models now.
Aw.
Okay, wait.
Sold out though.
Yeah, I gotta say something to my wife. I'm gonna need some stuff. Be like, can I have $10, please? She's in charge of us. You know.
Sure.
She's the adult. So, guys, that's all the news this week. JD, why don't you tell us where you are, where to find you. Good stuff.
Well, I'm in the island of Rhodes, Rhode Island.
Yes, many roads there.
Many roads that lead to other states.
Very good.
Red Leaf Retrocast, wrestling, anime, retro gaming, every 2 weeks. You'll get so I have it spaced out where it's like every week you get an episode, or
That's
maybe
good.
2, depending on how it lines up.
Very good. What's the anime that you're going over now?
The anime is another retro one where we have that rule as well. It has to be at least 15 years old from the current date, and we just pick something to review.
So
Each host picks a different anime for each episode.
Sick.
So recently we just did Penguin Story, which is about a penguin that suffers PTSD after being in like essentially the Vietnam War.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, and it's from like 1986.
The fuck? I've never heard.
Yeah. So that was funny to review.
It's horrifying. I feel bad.
Before that, we did the very first season of Bleach.
Okay.
And let's see, Bastard was one before that too,
Can't
from the early 90s.
You can't say that word. It's illegal.
No, that's the title of the anime.
Yeah, no.
And a remake of sorts came out on Netflix a month ago.
Is it good? Because I feel like every anime Netflix adaptation is horrible.
It's getting positive reviews. I haven't seen it myself yet, so I can't speak.
Fair.
But if it's anything like the original, I expect it to be filled with comedy, boobs, and cool action.
Never mind. It sounds great. Sold. So yeah, there's all that. And that's when's the video game one come out?
So the anime one I'm recording today.
Right.
We're doing one called Desert Punk. It's from the early 2000s. It is one of the most misogynistic things I've ever seen.
Sick. Fucking anime is weird.
Post-apocalyptic world in the desert. Main character is grabby and offensive, but it's like there gets to be a level where it's so absurd that you're like, all right, this is cartoon.
Yeah.
Type shit now.
I'll let you watch it and review it for me. How's that?
So that's what I'm doing, and then next week is the recording for Contracts and Castlevania Lament of Innocence.
Well, everyone go pick that up on your podcast feeds of choice.
Red Leaf Retrocast. Yes. Retrocast, one word.
You can find me on the Twitter, the Twitches, I guess technically the Instagram, because it's just TikTok clips. All my Twitch nonsense. You want to see me be bad at games, and we do that there. So, JD, thank you for joining me. And we'll get out of here. Goodbye, friends.